painting today is called Pig in the Flower Patch. My canvas today is an 11 by 14. I've already used this I'm pre-painting. So what I did, I painted a picture and didn't like it and decided to gesso it again. And I've put 3 coats of gesso on. You can still see some under there. But that's okay because I'm fixing to cover that baby up. Alright, I'm going to use a number 1 inch Filbert. And I'm just going to put some water on here and I'm just going to wipe this real good. And I might be got too much water on my canvas, and that's okay if I do. I'll wipe some off if I have to. Okay. I have some ocean green, and I'm just going to put some. I do have so much, a little bit too much water on one side. I'm just going to put some of this ocean green, and we can always come back and put more. I'm going to take a paper towel and just kind of wipe this off a little bit because I think I have too much paint on that side. Well, that was a good way to spread some paint, wasn't it? Alright, so I'm just going to come on here and I'm going to be putting more coats on anyway. But I don't want to go straight across. I want to go at an angle. So here. Grab a little more water here just to spread this out because I got thick in some spots. Just a little more water here to thin this out and trying to get some more in here. There we go. Just to cover this up nicely. And I'm trying to do it very lightly. I know it's thicker down here, so that's why I'm trying to get it to come on back up in here. Alright, now I'm going to let that dry. I was just recording and didn't even have the phone camera on. So I have yellow ochre in my 1 inch brush, and I've just come in and give a few little markings here and there, just to get some golden yellow in there. And and I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to, I went ahead and draw this part of the head. So what I'm going to do is show you, if I come middle ways, and I come over about 1 inch, and from my bottom I come up about 2 inches, I'm going to make me a little marker. And then if I just go straight up and come down about 2 inches, I'm going to make me another little marker. So that's about 7 inches away from each other. Now, if I come up from this one about 4 inches and go over about 3 inches, I'm going to make me another one here. Same way here. I'm going to make me another one here about 3 inches. And then I'm just going to connect these to each other. And that's what I did. This might be a little, I'm trying to look at it. A little off there. It doesn't matter. It's not got to be perfect. A little pig doesn't have to have a perfect little face. Alright. I'm going to bring his body down. I'm actually going up about 4 inches and then going up to an angle. So it doesn't much matter. And then we can bring where that is. I'm coming off about 1/2 inch and just bringing this around. So that's just a body, and a lot of that's going to be covered up, so I'm not really worried about it. Alright, I'm going to put his little snout right here. So, from this one, if I come over, well, I'll come back to that center spot, and I'm just going to make me a little marker. I'm going to come down. I'm just going to kind of circle it. We want to make it a little bit bigger. It's not perfectly round. Don't want it to be round. I want this part to dip in a little bit right here where his nose is. So we can work on this as we paint. So all I do is pick a spot where you want his nose to go and just put it in there, and just we'll make it better as we go. I'm going to come up from where I've got his nose. So I'm actually from here to here. I'm about 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches is where I started, and I just dipped it in, and then I'm just drawing it around. And like I said, we'll fill it in more as we draw it. It's kind of like a rectangle right now, but that's. So I'm going to come up about 1/2 inch and come over. From this here, I'm going to come over about I'm just going to draw me a little line, and I'm going to go up from that little line. It's probably about 3/4 inch, and I'm just going to come up about 1/2 inch, and that's where I'm going to make its little eye there. Didn't have to be a big one. And I'm just going to come over from where my thing is. I'm coming up. If I come over about 1 inch and come over, I actually want it to be about right in here, so I'm just going to pull that little line there, and I'm going to make this eye a little bit bigger, but I'm going to still come up about 1 inch, 1/2 inch. There's our little pig, and then we'll just give him his little circle nostril here and a little nostril there, so we know about where they go. And then his little mouth, we can just kind of come under here with his little mouth. So that is the start. Now they have some big ears, I know, so I'm going to come around where that little line is. I'm going to go up about 3/4 inch, and I'm going to just put me a little line there, and I'm going to follow. For this one is, I think I'm going to make his ear. We're just going to look. I'm going to come down about 1.5 inches and make me another one. Out that way. I'm going to come, if I'm up from the top, I'm over about 3 inches, and I'm going to come down about 1 inch and put me a line. Just going to give that an idea to see if that's how I want it to look. I might kind of bump him out a little bit more and then bring him in. So that's what I did. I just bumped it out just a little bit more. And you just kind of play with it to get your pig like you want it. Now I am going to come off about a 1/4 inch here just to give me a line, so I kind of know where I want some shadowing's going to be. I'm just giving myself a little there. Alright, so here I'm going to come to that where that other marker was, and I'm going to come up about 1/2 inch, put me another line, and from here I'm going to come down probably about 2 inches and put me another line. And I'm just going to come out to about, let's see, we're just going to, I'm going to come up, and where I know that one is, I'm just going to kind of give it a little, I didn't want it to be completely rounded, where this one I'm going to let be a little more rounded. Yep. And that gives me an idea if this is where. And that just gives us a basic little pig. I think when I draw it, it reminds me of Stitch. Lilo and Stitch. Alright, I have some light pink, and that is what I'm going to be painting my pig so far with. So I'm using light pink, and I have a number 1.5 inch flat brush. Maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. But I'm just going to come in here and start putting on some of this light pink. About where, I'm going to try to leave that line there so I'll know. Because I'm going to come in there hopefully with a little something darker. And just, I may have to come on with 2 coats because I do have that green underneath. Do my sides. Yep, we're just putting on some paint. Okay, so we got that on. Let's get up here to these ears and see what we can get without trying to get a bath in it. And the fun thing is you can shape the ears any way you wanted to. I've actually come out the line a little bit, so that's okay with me. And there we go. I know we're going to be putting on more, so if we don't end up having to put another coat on, that's fine. The phone is talking to me. And there's one little pig ear. Well, I kind of done away with the line there, but that's okay. We'll know where we're at. I'm going to do my pink around my eyes. We want to take his little head up a little bit so it doesn't have to be so perfectly round. That's good. It gives a little more character. He's going to have like a little bump on his head. Let's go ahead and do this ear while we're here. I do want to try to cover up the pencil mark that I made. I hope I explained the pig, drawing the pig. It's not that great of a drawer, so to be able to draw it and explain it, I hope I did a good enough job for you. And I may end up having to make that eye a little bit bigger, but we'll see. Because this canvas has been used before, it's got some texture in it, which is okay because I'm going to be doing, I tried a pig and didn't like it, so that's part of life. I may not like this one, you don't never know, but we're going to get down what we can. We'll come back to the nose. We might actually want to make the nose Actually, I'm going to go ahead and cover this back up, this nose up, because I may want to make the nose a little bit lower, which will be perfectly fine. Just got the basic where my eyes is going to go. And like I said, if I want his eye a little bigger, I just wanted that to look a little further away. We can make his cheeks a little fatter if we wanted to. We can just pull them out a little bit. That's what I'm doing right there, is just pulling his little, he's got a little bump there, a little bump there, and then we may do a little bump over here just to, he's a pig. They don't have perfectly round faces. And I might be made him a perfectly round face at that point. I'm just bring him in a little, bring his little cheek out a little bit more. Okay, so there is my little pig. At this point, he needs to dry. And if you think he looks weird, you ain't seen nothing yet. No, I'm just kidding. I'm probably going to go ahead and put another coat on here because I do see a lot of green. Even though I've got other colors coming on, I want to make sure I have enough to cover him up. We may do this the snout in here somewhere, so that's why I'm kind of playing with where I think I might want it. So we'll see. We can bump his chin down a little bit too if we wanted to, just to give him a little more chin. And there's the start of our pig. Okay, I have a purple red, and I mixed it with just a dot of black to get a little darker color. And I haven't put another coat on here. If I see that I need to, I will, but I don't see that I need to right now. I'm going to use my 12 Filbert, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this and come around the neck and do a little shadowing. And just kind of rubbing that in a little bit. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the Filbert, and I'm going to use my number 6 bristle brush is what I'm going to do. And then right where I want my snout to come, I've kind of made me a circle here. I'm going to use paint. So if I come up from his neck, let's see. If I come up from here, I come up about 3 inches. I'm going to put me a little line right here. And then I'm going to come up probably 2 inches. And then if I come in the middle, I'm coming over about 1.25 inches, and then I'm going to do about 1.25 inches there. And I'm just going to kind of round this off in here. If I need to bring some more in, I will. I'm just going to go ahead and do my snout here, and I'm going to pick up some of both these colors and just kind of come in with them. The pink that I have here and the pink grayish colored pink that I made. And I may have to come back in there a little bit more with that. So there's my snout. And I'm just going to kind of come around and do a shadow around the outer. some shadows. And I'm going to grab some more, and then I'm going to do this side over here. Just to get us some shadows in here. I'm just bringing some out to try to put some more shadows in here. Because we're going to come in with some other color. I'm going to grab my large bristle brush here, which is a 18, and I'm going to pick up some white, and I'm going to start trying to put down just some little furs on top of the pink. And I got some light. I had some pencil that I had to get there. I'm just doing little dashes with the. I don't want to kill all the pink underneath, but I do want to come in with a good bit of paint here. So, and I'm just using my side of my brush really to just bring in some little furs. See, I'm just dashing on. I'm just going off the bottom here to put some little furs on. I don't care about doing a ton of detail here on this because a lot of this is going to be covered up. So, and maybe all. Like I said, I'm not worried about any more of that. I'm coming up to the ears, and I'm gonna start putting on some fur around my little ears to make his little hair come out. And I may have to come over this with several coats, I don't know. But right now he's got some fur. Go ahead and start going over here and doing this one. I'm just coming past the ear just a little bit with some of this. This is a harder bristle, so that's trying to make the fur. This may be where I have to come in with more. Like I said, I'm not really worried about right here because he's there's something else going. But around his ears, I'm a little more concerned. And if it gets too dark, then I've got to try to rub it out in other spots, and then some spots you want it a little darker. So we'll just let that dry and go from there. Alright, so we come down here to his face, and then we'll just start putting fur on his little face. Going in opposite direction here. I'm trying to go around this way here, and then this way I'll go that way. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this pink with this and just see about giving it a little, some shadow in here and see how that looks. I like that. I do like it. I've got the light pink. I'm going to use some of that and see how I'm liking that better. That better probably going to have to dry. So I'm using light pink and white and just coming in here. Oh yeah. Don't want to mix them. I just want to. I like that color better. I've got the pink and the white on here still. I'm going to use a number 6 round brush, and I'm going to pick up this light pink, and I'm going to come around this nose because I don't like that color. I'm going to use my number 10/0 liner brush, and I'm going to just pick up some white, and I'm going to come in here and just close in these eyes a little bit. Just put in some white so we can do some other things to them. I think I make that eye just a little bit bigger. And I'm going to come up in here and put in a little shadow. Try to. And maybe pick up some more pink and come in here and just kind of blend it in together. Let's grab some black here and see if I can get a little line under here. Another one under here. Okay, so that's the start of what we I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put some little circles. And one right here. know if that's going to work, but we'll see. I don't like the way that one did. Alright, so I'm going to pick up just some black and come right under here and make a line. I'm going to use some warm gray mixed in with this white and pink, and see how I like that. I don't want to do a ton, I just want to see how I'm going to like it. So I'm just kind of putting it down in spots and then coming back with some pink and white and putting in some more here and there so I can get different shadows. I'm not trying to make him a dirty little pig, I'm just trying to make him have a bunch of different colors on him so he won't look so flat. Let's put some white in here. I'm just picking up the warm gray, the white, and the light pink, and just putting it down for my colors. I'm actually going to pick up some of that. I think I'm going to bring it down a little bit more in here. Is jaw and stuff right in here. Because a little pig needs a little fatness about him. I'm just trying to go the way I think the fur would go. Let's pick up some white and just come in here with some. Alright, so now I'm coming to the ear. All colors on my brush. I'm going to pick up a lot of them, more of the brown. I'm going to pick up some white and just go in here with it. Okay, now once that dries, I'll come back and see if I want to put more pink in there or not. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of this brown and I'm going to come in here and just kind of rub some in to make it look kind of, tone it down a little bit, make it look kind of dirty looking. That's all I'm doing, is just using the warm gray to tone down, and then I'm going to pick up some of the white and I'm going to come in here and see if I can put some of the more little highlights on him. Help if he got some eyeballs, wouldn't it? Alright, I'm going to pick up just the white and see if this is dried yet so I can put another coat on. I don't think it has dried yet. Oops. I'm going to come back in here with my black on my little liner brush and I'm going to touch this one up And I'm going to touch up right here. And then I'm going to touch up that mouth a little bit. I'm going to just try something. If I don't like it, I'm going to fix it. Sometimes just giving a little highlight helps it. Put her in our black and get it kind of inky like. Didn't really want to hit that hard. It does not want to spread. Doing it like that, just outlining it. So I'm actually probably going to come around here and outline the nose, the snout too. Just makes it pop out a little bit more. Like it. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I see where it feels like it pulls it apart for me. It separates it. You can't do some cartoon kind of stuff sometimes because it's kind of what it's looking like as a cartoon. I think I'm going to come right in here and do a light one, little line in here just to divide it. I'm going to use this number 6 round again, and I'm going to dip into some black, and I'm going to try to make me an eyeball right here. And then one over here. And I don't think I got it right because it's still wow. I do like that. Go back to my small liner brush. I'm going to pick up some white, and I'm going to see if I can put it 2 little dots in here. His eye kind of turned kind of gray, but that's okay. I'm going to pick up some more of this black with my liner brush, and I'm going to come around my little pig's eye. And then I might just make me a couple little eyelashes. Go around like that. Just for the fun of it. But I want to make it a little bit longer. There we go. And then we'll come right in here. Go around. The white hadn't dried, so I had to wipe that off my paintbrush. And there's that little piggy. And then I'm just going to grab, put in a couple little eyelashes there. I I am going to pick up this round brush with a little white on it, the big round brush, and I'm going to try to bring in just some white highlights in here. More for my little pig. Just to kind of blend it in. So we've got some shadows and some highlights. I'm going to pick up some of this white on this brush and I'm just going to come in and see. Oh, it is really still tacky, so at this point I've got to let this dry. Alright, I've got my bristle brush. I'm going to come back in with some white here and do some more just over the nose a little bit, just to round it off just a little bit right in here. Kind of gives it that snout looking. And I may come in with a little, just some little whisk of color of white, just white. That's all I'm doing, is just putting some white down. I'm going to bring in a little white in here. I just wanted some little highlights in some spots, and so I'm just going to put a little bit over his eyes. And I may bring a little bit more right in here. So all we're doing is just bringing this little white to give us some little highlights. And I'm doing, as you can tell, I'm doing some circular motion here, because I like that. I do. And I'm just kind of rubbing that. It's just kind of blending in a little bit there. So we've got some different colors going on. I'm going to bring in a little darker, the light gray in here, the warm gray in here. I'm just going to bring in a little bit of that. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to stop with that. I'm back with my 1/2 inch flat. I have grass green, chrome oxide green, and a light olive green, and I'm also going to use some white for this. I'm going to be making lots of leaves, because he is actually playing in a flower garden, and I'm probably going to put a few little flowers up in here. So I want plenty of leaves, and I'm just going to pick up some my greens. I've got some of them. It doesn't much matter. I just got colors on my brush. And so I've got some white, and I've got some of the different greens, and I'm just coming in and just putting some colors down, just making some crazy looking leaves. We'll come in with some more defined, but I do want to get the leaves down so I can bring in flowers. And I just like having this different assortment. Then we can come back in with some darker. And that's just it looks like the way that I'm doing is just putting some down. It just looks, and they're different colors, it looks like I'll bring in a different color, and it looks, we're just layering it. And that's all it looks like we're doing. And we can just do our leaves any kind of way. I am trying to bring a few of them off the side just so that they'll kind of blend in here. I just tapped. It doesn't have to do a lot of on the side. It's just kind of blending in. So that's the, I'm going to bring it around and sort of like a, well, we'll just see how we bring it around. But that's the start of it. And like I said, I'm just picking up grass green, some white. I've got grass green right now. I've got grass green and light olive green on my brush. Let's see what color that makes. And then we just ziggy-zaggy. Because the flowers is going to go on top of this. That's the whole purpose. I'm just picking up oxide green. I've just got some light olive green, and this is where your creative vibes come in. You can do ever how you want it to do. And I'm going to pick this up just so you can see what I'm doing on the bottom here. I am just kind of tapping, not really coming down with all the leaves, just kind of tapping in some color there so that it'll blend in together on the sides and there. I'm still coming up to here, so I'm just going to keep adding colors, and I'm probably going to just play some music so that you'll see what I'm doing. And then, like I said, you pick up the colors you want. If you want yellow in there, or you want more white in there, that's up to you. It's your picture. You can put it as you want. I'm just, there's no really rhyme or reason to the leaves. I just, if you want to do them like that, you can do them like that. You're just trying to get our foliage down. That's all we're trying to do. And where I've got some right here that's got some, spaces that maybe I want to cover up, I can do that. And it's just layering, just putting colors on top of colors to get the grass. All right, here comes the music. Alright, so we kind of got him hid behind the bushes. We're just showing a little bit of his body and some of his face. And well, I think I might bring a little bit more up in here because I want him hid. I want him hid. He's in the flower garden. He's not supposed to be there. He's supposed to be behaving himself. He's a little pig. He's hid. Now I'm going to come right up here and I'm going to put just a little bit of green here because he's been playing. He's been rooting. He's been a little naughty pig. Sometimes you can go crazy, but I'm thinking about bringing it on around this way. And so that's probably the route that I'm going. I'm just going to put a few little pieces, leaves here. Okay, So he looks like he's hid behind the bushes, and that's what I want. So, yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. Not every leaf has to be shaped. It can be just kind of muffled in there, and that's kind of where I'm at, because we're going to put all kind of flowers in here on top of him. Make the little pig try to be cute. This has got to completely dry. Okay, so this is completely dry. I have some white here. I'm just going to start, I have my number 6 round. And I'm going to try to see how I like this brush as far as doing some flowers with it. So I'm just going to pick up some white, and we're just going to start laying some flowers down. I don't think I have my may have to come back over those flowers. They might not be dark enough. We'll see. We're just going to put in a few. And it doesn't matter where we go. We might just go off a little bit right here. We're going to make all kinds of flowers in here, so it's going to hopefully have a lot of color to it. But right now I want to get these white ones down, because I do want some white flowers. And we'll come back with some different centers. Okay, I'm just going to bring a little more white right there. And when I paint these flowers, I don't want to put my hands in them, because like I said, I want lots of little flowers everywhere. I can always come back in and add more white if I decide I want more white flowers, and I may want just some little dabs, like something like that, just little patches, little flowers everywhere. That's the little naughty pig is in the farmer's wife's flower bed, and he's not supposed to be, or she's not supposed to be, but you know, naughty pigs can be so naughty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a few more these little dots in here, in different places. Because we're going to have all kinds of little flowers. And I'm not counting, I just put dots. That's all we're doing. Let's put a few. Let's do one right in here. And this one come down a little bit over the ear. I like it just like that. It's pretty as it is. I just like the little pig head. I have to tell you, this is the second time I painted this. I painted it and didn't like it, and I'm redoing it, so I'm hoping I'm going to like the pig better. I seem to like my little pig a little bit better. But I want to add some purple. So I have dioxide purple. I'm going to use my brush. I have dioxide, my round brush, and some dark purple. So let's see. We can... how kind of flowers we want. I'm just gonna tap some on, because you know I like those kind of flowers. easy easy breezy little flowers that you can tap on and get different colors coming from them. And so that's really what I'm doing, just tapping. Because we're going to make these some different colors too, you know that, right? We want layers. I think I might need to make some of these a little bit bigger because I don't want them to look like little grapes. I want them to look like big flowers. So we're just adding some purple in here to get us some different colors going on. Let's see, went right into its face, which is perfectly fine with me because it's where it needs to be. You know me, I love purple and I love flowers, so can't never get too much purple flowers, can you? Not for me anyway. Just tap my life away here. No, I'm not. I'm not tapping my life away. I might be tapping my life away, but I'm having a good time doing it, so. I'm going to come back up in here and put one, I think, let it come off the canvas a little bit. Alright, and I think I may bring one right in here. Let's just kind of come off the canvas a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to pick up some white with my purple and I'm going to start making another, just tapping some different in. This is a little one, that's okay, and that's a little one gone soft. Here's a little one. It just didn't get all of its and I don't want to tap in the same spot, but I don't want it to look one here and one there. I want it to kind of clump together, so that's what I'm doing here. And if I think that I might be got too much somewhere, I can always come in with a little more purple and do what I need to do. Now let's do the white and see what we get here. We're still getting some purples, and that's fine. See, I'm just bringing in some of the darker color with it. So it's just one of those things, you play with your flowers until you get them the color you want them, shade you like. And that's what I like doing, is just because I want some of that darker back in there. And I like some of that white that's in there. So, yeah, I'm going to probably let mine dry some so I can come back in with some more, well, I'm not. I'm just tapping away, y'all, with some white here. It's one of those things that's addictive, you know. You just get to playing and you just gotta play with it. When I was a kid, I played in mud. Well, my husband was an adult playing in mud because he drew water wheels, but I can't play in the mud anymore, so I'm playing in paint. Some of them might just take on a little more. I just don't know about this one. I'm just not seeming to get too happy with this one, so maybe back with something else to take care of that one. I don't know if you can yeah, you can see it. But anyway, actually, I think I may bring it a little darker. Yeah. It's a little dark. Some little darker specks in here. The more you play with it, the more. Yeah, colors we're getting, but also I don't want to make it one block, one color. Okay, so what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to let it dry and see if I want to do any more to those flowers. And if I do, I'll come back and do some more. I do know the whites are going to have another coat on them because they're just so transparent. Got a clean brush now. I'm using dark magenta, and I'm going to figure out how I want to come in and put a few more flowers. I'm just putting some dots here. I'm putting like 3 dots per magenta, the magenta, because I will probably be coming in with some more colors with it. I want to put a big one there. Just kind of make it look like a little flower. Just dabbing. That's all I'm doing is dabbing. I like the 3 little dots, but I also like to have some of the magenta. So I'm picking up my dark magenta, and I'm just dabbing me some flowers on, as you can tell. I'm gonna grab a little white and let's just see. That's gonna make it a little brighter. That one got a little bit too much. I like it a lot of pink there. Just tapping. I still have some light color on my brush here. Pick up a little more white. Come in here. if that's too much white, I can just keep tapping till I get it to a color I want. I can bring in a little more darker magenta and darken it up some if I want. We can make them small, we can make them large. And I'm just tapping some of these pretty colors in there because I like it. I like for it to be colorful, especially since our little pig is hiding in the flower patch. I'm going to go over to this side over here and put some little dots down. So I put down the dark magenta, put down some white, and I come back with some more, a little darker magenta. And you, like I said, you can make them any kind of colors you want. Alright, I'm back with my round number 6 brush. It's been washed. I'm coming back with just some white because I want to make sure I don't want these petals to be see-through. So that's why I'm coming back with some more paint here to make them darker, because I don't want the white petals. I'm going to pick up some of my dark magenta on my dirty brush here and just put a little flower there. Just play with them until I get them a shade I like. If I see them getting a little dull and they become clear, see-through, then I can come back up and just give them another little touch to try to, I know they're going to dry darker, but that way we can try to keep from having so much, so we'll be able to see them. Got some deep yellow here, and I'm going to use my, excuse me, my number 3 round brush, and I'm going to try to come in here and give these a little, just a little yellow center. back to my number 6 round. These, I'm going to put a little more something here. Taking some white and dark, I want to say magnesium. Magenta. I'll get out in a minute. So I'm going to pick up my number 10/0 liner, and I'm going to get a little water on my brush, make my black kind of runny. I think I'm going to come right over here and just sign my name. So I hope you'll pick up a paintbrush and get to painting and have a good time. Y'all take care and God bless.